reminds them of the day that we had together. So it's about the family, not just about any other painting hanging on the wall. I found out about Kids Fantasy Art by attending a local event in the West Chase area, which is our first Fridays. And Anthony was there with Kids Fantasy Art, and he had a tent set up. And it was just amazing when I went over there with my son. We went over for the face painting at first, and then we started looking at all of his artwork and what he could do. And it was right around the time where I was thinking about planning my son's birthday party, and he was showing me all of the different invitations that he can do. And I thought, what a neat experience for a 5-year-old to be involved in this artwork. When I first saw Kids Fantasy Art, I was extremely amazed by the talent of the artists, and I was very excited, and it made me want to actually have my child photographed and be involved in the artwork. Well, two things. I saw Kids Fantasy Art out in the community at an event, and that was the first time that I saw Kids Fantasy Art, and I knew that I wanted to get a piece done. And then I saw Kids Fantasy Art again in the community at my son's school. And I was very excited that the organization was there and that my son could come and dress up in his favorite outfit, which was baseball. I'm looking at a picture right now, so I'm going to show it because I actually had to get one made of my son, and it's completely out of the box. I was so amazed and so excited, and Ethan thinks this is the greatest picture ever because it's so different than anything that he already has. I think there's a big difference. I think that with Kids Fantasy Art, the children are more relaxed because they're in the environment or in their clothes or doing what they want to do and being silly, and you're capturing a moment that you wouldn't capture with a school picture. I mean, it's nice to have the school pictures to be documented of the years that your children are going to school, but it's a lot more fun to capture the moment of your child in Kids Fantasy Art. Kids Fantasy Art definitely has the kids looking like superstars, and it's something that they'll look back on and realize how cool they were looking in their very young years. They're in grown-up settings, but it keeps the child at the core of what the pictures are talking about. Well, I love having pictures of my children in my house, and having a piece of the kids' fantasy art, it always reminds the children, it reminds my son every time how much fun he had actually posing in the picture, and it reminds him of the day that we had together. So it's about the family, not just about any other painting hanging on the wall. And I love what you're doing out in the community to get more people involved, and I think that everyone should have an opportunity to buy one of these. I think that you'll be a huge success with Kids Fantasy.